Oh, this fucking game, by the way. This fucking game. I've not been a fan of the Darksiders series. In fact, I've pretty much fucking hated them. They're not bad games, really, but they're very much the antithesis of everything I like. I just can't get past the aesthetic of the whole thing. Darksiders is supposedly a fantasy action game about the riders of the apocalypse, but you wouldn't know that to look at it. Not only are two of the riders not the same as their mythical counterparts, the two that are, Death and War, don't remotely resemble the embodiments of Death and War developed over the centuries. Nah, War is grumpy Warhammer Nightman, and Death is Raziel from Soul Reaver wannabe. Putting your own spin on things, particularly old material, old folklore, it's fair, but at a certain point I think it's so far removed as to make you wonder why tie it to that stuff in those stories at all. Instead it builds its own knockoff mythology about heaven and hell, conspiracy theories, and look, just listen to this shite.
Of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages.
But even if the plot wasn't so dense and dull, the characters are also thoroughly one-note and unlikable. They just want to kill things and keep killing things because some reason. Mainly, they just kind of fail to live up to their monikers. They're called War, Death, Fury and Strife, but they might as well be called Grumpy, Broody, Snarky and Whiny. These characters should feel larger than life, but instead they're just a bit limp. Fury doesn't howl and rage at everything, she just kinda quips and rolls her eyes. I guess all it takes to qualify as a horseman of the apocalypse is to be some vein of irritated teenager. I kinda admire the ambition of the whole thing though, to tell the same story, sort of, from different perspectives with each new game bringing us a different horseman to play as. It would just help a lot if the plot itself was in any way interesting. Anyway, this one's got you playing as Fury, as she goes after the 7 deadly sins, those 7 deadly sins, released while War accidentally kicked off the apocalypse. He tripped on the apocalypse button or something, I've no clue. This fucking costume though, fuck me, this dreadful, tribal face tattooed, dominatrix boob armoured monstrosity feels 3 decades old. Her hair's great though, I'll gear that. Darksiders 3 takes the form of an open, interconnected world where you track the sins down through hack and slash combat, some platforming and puzzling. There's also some RPG stuff to get stuck into with a Dark Souls-like system of checkpoints and courtesy lost upon death, albeit with that one chance to recover the lost portion of souls. It's fine, fun even. None of it particularly stands out, but it's all competent and well constructed. You've got combos to learn, a world to unravel, and bosses to overcome. Fury's whip does make for a satisfying spectacle on screen, whirling about the screen in a storm of strikes and slashes that make those long combo streaks a joy to pull off. Even the puzzles were surprisingly engaging, catching me off guard as I tried to navigate the world, forcing me to engage with spaces instead of just skipping through them to the next fight. And those cute wee bugs. Love they wee guys. Just look at them and go and oh god, what have I done? It's good stuff really, just a little unremarkable. It doesn't have much in the way of standout qualities, and so I'm left to pick apart the dreadful muddle of aesthetics, a plot that draws on Christian mythology but wraps it up in Norse imagery, but with naff mutant monsters and glowy things everywhere, insect-infected sewers, lava sections of stompy rock golems, hordes of skeletons. It's the fucking video gamiest video game you've ever played. But here, listen, I was going to be pretty critical of this game. I mean, I kind of have been. As I started trying to pitch work on this around, I realised most sites weren't going to cover it. And I felt a bit bad. It's derivative and dumb and lacking a truly special ingredient, but it's not a bad game. It's an earnest, daft wee action-adventure thing. Well made, crafted with love and care. A B-tier game, but we need more of those. We don't get so many anymore. And here it is, being completely discarded. How fucked is it that the games media can't even provide coverage for something like this? A popular enough, beloved enough title. If it came back from the brink, this game almost didn't even get made. If you can't cover this, then what chance does some obscure indie have? Fuck all, that's what. So you ken what? I'm giving it the time of day. I have problems with this game, as mentioned, but fuck it. I'm recommending it. Go, give it a go. It's a blast, and it's bright, and it's colourful, and there's a lassie with fire for hair. This daft game is as earnest a thing as I've played all year, and that's kind of great in its own way.
The call? Finally.
One last thing, just a really big thank you to everyone that supported me on Patreon. It's a small start, but it means so much to me. And this video only exists because of your support. I hope you're enjoying the work that I'm putting out, and I'm very grateful for your faith in me, so thank you so much.